I will not do it or any other thing. It is I myself will give out orders, I tell you, and will have the upper hand.
And I tell you, it is I myself will be uppermost. I made no promise the day I married you to put up with your pranks and your tricks.
Well now, isn't a wife the great torment? Aristotle was surely right the time he said a woman to be worse in the house than the devil.
Will you look now at this great scholar with this fool talk of an Aristotle?
So I am too a great scholar. Where else now would you find any other cutter of scallops with as much knowledge as myself? I that served a high doctor through the length of 6 years, and that knew the rudiments, and I a young boy.
Bad cess to you. Sure you haven't the sense of an ass.
Bad cess to yourself.
It was a bad day and hour for me that brought me into your house.
A bad end indeed on them that made the mash.
You look well making that complaint. Is thinking, God, every minute of your life you should be forgetting the likes of myself for a wife. It is little you deserved it.
Oh, to be sure. I didn't deserve such a great honor at all. I have my own story to tell the way you behaved from then until now. Believe me, it was well for you to get me.
Well, for me to get you, is it? A man that is bringing me to the poorhouse. A schemer. A traitor. That is eating up all I have.
That is a lie you are telling. I drank some of it.
Selling bit by bit everything that's in the house.
Sure, that is living on one's property.
That has taken my bed from under me.
You will get up the earlier.
That has made away with the furniture.
We have more room in the house.
That is drinking and card playing night and morning.
To keep myself from fretting.
And what now would you have me do with the children?
Please yourself in that.
The weight poor little one-ins on my shoulders?
Leave them on the floor.
And then crying to me for food.
Give them a taste of the stick.
Is it this way it'll be going on forever, you sot?
Be easy now, if you please.
Am I to put up with your abuse and your scattering?
Don't now be letting us get into a passion.
I am not in dread of your threats.
Oh, my sky woman, you're wanting to coax something out of me.
Do you think I would heed to what you were saying?
Oh, my Helen, my Venus, I'll pull your ears for
You drunk big
I'll give you a welcome.
You sneaking tempered trash! You ruffian! You!
Let me at you.
You good-for-nothing villain! You traitor! You thief! You scoundrel! You rascal! You cheat! You whelp! You informer! You backbiter! You rogue of ill luck!
If you have your mind set on it, here it is for you.
Hello! For shame! What is this? This poor common man was restraining his wife!
I say he is welcome to beat me.
Let him do it so. I'm satisfied.
What call have you to come meddling here?
I wish I didn't come.
What business is it of yours?
None at all.
Look at him now, the impudent meddler, trying to hinder a husband from beating his own wife.
Hinder him no more.
What have you to say now?
Nothing at all.
Why would you be thrusting in your face?
You may say so.
Mind your own business.
I'll say no more.
It's my own wish to be beaten.
I'm not against
It
it.
is not you who pay for it.
That is so.
It is a fool that comes meddling where he is not wanted.
I ask your pardon, neighbor, for interfering. Go on. Crush your wife. If you wish it, I will lend you a hand. All right, so.
I'll beat her when I have a mind, and when I have a mind, I'll let her alone.
Very well, very well.
She is my wife, not yours.
That's the truth.
To be giving me orders.
I suppose not.
I don't need your help.
I'm satisfied so.
What impudence you have with your interfering. It is what Cicero says. Do not thrust your finger between the tree and the bark. Here now, we'll make it up.
I will not look it up after the way you treated me.
That's nothing at all. Come on now.
I will not.
I?
I won't.
Come on now, there's the good one.
I tell you I will not.
Do now as I ask you.
I will not.
Sure. Come on now, come. Sure, it was nothing at all.
Leave me alone.
Give me the hand.
I will not after the way you treated me.
Sure, I ask your pardon. Give me the hand.
Well, I forgive. But I'll make you pay for it.
You would be foolish now to be giving heed to a thing of the sort. Sure, there are no friends, but have a falling out sometime. There is nothing can serve friendship like a few blows of a stick. Well, I'll be going to the wood. Wait till you see all the scallops I will cut on this day.
Can I, Joy, go with you? It is long before I'll forget to you the way you are after beating me. Although I may let on to forget it. It is no common punishment I will be satisfied to put on him this time, but a punishment he will remember the longest day he lives.
In my opinion, it is a queer sort of search we are sent on. And it is of little profit we are likely to get of it.
What can we do? Sure, we must obey our master. And if that were not so itself, we must be sorry to see the poor young lady the way she is. For till she gets well, there can be no wedding, and that wedding should bring in something to ourselves. It's likely Horace will be the husband, and he is known to be a generous man. There are some say she had her mind set on one, Leandre. The master never would be willing to take him as a son-in-law.
Whatever happens, I'll pay him out! His blows are sticking in me. I feel them yet. I ask your pardon, gentlemen. I did not take notice of you. I had my mind taken up with something that was annoying me.
There's no one but has trouble in this world. We ourselves are going about looking for a thing we would be glad to meet with.
Maybe it is something I could help you to find?
Maybe so. It is what we are in search of, some good doctor, some skillful man that might give relief to our master's daughter that's lost the talk with some sickness that's come upon her. Doctors and doctors she's had, but they can do nothing at all for her. Now there are men to be found sometimes that can do great cures with some secret remedy of their own. That's the sort of man we're seeking out.
The Lord has sent me away to get my revenge on that rascal of mine. You could never find anyone better than myself to put you in the way of getting the thing that you want. There's a doctor in this place. Is the best hand in the world at curing the worst of diseases.
Is that so? But where can we find him?
You'll find him in that little wood there beyond, amusing himself. He's cutting scallops.
A doctor to be cutting scallops.
I suppose you mean he's gathering herbs.
Not at all. He's a queer sort of man. He takes his amusement that way. Full of cranks and fancies he is. You would not take him to be a doctor at all by his dress or by his ways. Sometimes he will let on to be ignorant the way you did think he was in dread to use his gifts and his knowledge, and they so great as they are.
It is a strange thing indeed, the way the wisest of men will have some grain of folly mixed up with all their learning.
You never met so contrary a man as this one. Sometimes he will let himself be beaten before he will own to being a doctor at all. It's likely you'll have to take a stick to him. That is what we ourselves are used to do when we have occasion for him.
That is a great foolishness in him indeed.
If it is, it's true, but when you have him well beaten, he will do wonders.
What now is his name?
Scondarelli, his name is. You'll know him easy enough. Curly hair he has, and a bright color, and a green and yellow coat.
A green and yellow coat? He's a parrot doctor he has a right to be.
But tell me now, is it surely true he's as clever as what you say?
I tell you, he's a man that does wonders. It is not 6 months since there was a woman given over by all the other doctors. Dead, they thought her to be for the length of 6 hours. Stretched out for her burying she was. Well, this doctor we are speaking of was brought into her, and when he saw her, he put a little drop out of a bottle into her mouth. And with that, she rose up on the moment and went about the room as if nothing had happened.
You tell me so.
That drop he gave her was surely worth gold.
About 3 weeks ago, there was a little lad fell down from the top of a tower. All broken and destroyed he was, his head and his arms. Well, this man we were speaking of was brought into him then, and he rubbed the whole of his body with an ointment he has a secret of. And with that, the little lad stood on his 2 feet and away with him to play pitch and toss.
Is that a fact now?
This man must have a cure for everything.
So he has too.
That is the man we are in search of. Let us go now and find him.
We're thankful to you, ma'am, for what you've done for us.
Don't forget now the advice I gave you.
We will not. It's but a few blows of a stick he's in search of. We are sure of him.
We had great luck meeting with that woman. I have good hopes now our journey will not go for nothing.
La la la.
There's a person singing. And cutting wood.
Faith, I've worked hard enough. It is very dry work to be cutting timber. It is well I have earned a drop. Oh, little bottle of my heart, apple of every eye. All the world would envy me if you would never cry. There's many a lad and lass is dead, I'll cry them by and by. It's little I need think of them until the bottle's dry. There's no use in spreading.
It's the man himself.
It is likely it is. We have left the chance of
Wait until we take a nearer view of it.
Oh, my little rogue of a comrade, it is you as my treasure. All the world would envy me.
He's so selfish woman.
He answers to what she told us anyway.
What the mischief are these wanting? They are looking very hard at myself. They are whispering with one another. What plan are they making up, I wonder?
Is it you?
Hey, what's that?
I'm asking, is your name Scarella?
It is, and it is not according to what you want with him.
All we want is to show him all the civility.
My name is Scarella.
So you, sir, we were sent looking for you to ask for your help about a thing we're in need of.
If it is anything that has to do with my little business, I will give it and welcome.
Put on your hat, sir, if you please. This sun might be too strong for you.
Do so, sir. Cover your head.
Great manners they have.
Do not be wondering, now we too have come to you. People who are gifted are always in demand, and we heard a great account of you.
Oh, so you might too. I am the best man in the world at cutting scallops.
Now, sir,
I don't spare myself at all, cutting and sorting them the way no one can find any fault.
that's what we're talking
But
about.
I sell them at no less than $50 a month.
Don't be talking of that. Now,
I tell you, and I cannot give them for less.
we know all about
Then
that,
if you
sir.
know all about it, you know I get that much for them.
He's joking, you are, sir, but
It is not joking, I am. I can take no less.
Me talking is way. Now, if you please.
You might get them cheaper from some other one. There are scallops and scallops, but for those that I
Leslie, I'm talking now of scallops.
I give you my word, you won't get them for 1 cent under what I say.
Be ashamed now.
Upon my word, you will pay that much for them. It is the truth I am speaking. I am not one to be asking what is not fair.
Look now, sir. Is it right for a man like yourself to be playing tricks and to be letting himself down with this sort of talk? Is it right for a man of learning and a great doctor like yourself to be hiding himself away from the world with all his skill and his knowledge?
The woman is surely cracked.
Don't be humbugging us now, if you please.
What are you talking about?
All this is for letting on. I know more than what you think.
What is it you know? Who is it you are taking me for?
Oh, and that is a great doctor.
Doctor yourself! I am not one, and I never was one.
This is the foolishness he puts on. Do not be denying the truth now, sir. It would be a pity were we to be forced to do a thing which would be displeasing to you.
What thing is that?
A thing we would be sorry to do.
What do I care what you may do? I am no doctor, and I don't understand what you're saying.
We must try the cure on him. Look here, sir. I will give you another chance to own to be what you are.
Do not be humbugging anymore and confess straight and fair that you are a doctor.
I am getting vexed.
Where is the use of hiding what we know?
Why would you be making pretenses? What good will it do you?
Look here. One word is as good as 10,000. I tell you, I am no doctor.
You are no doctor.
I am not.
You are not, you say.
No, I tell you.
Since you will have it, we must do as we can. Why did you force us to this, sir?
Why did you give us the trouble of beating you? I was sorry, very sorry.
What the devil are you saying? Is it Magyar or is it joking you both are that you will have me to be a doctor?
Will you not give in yet? Are you denying yet that you are a doctor?
Devil take me if I am.
Is it not true that you understand physics?
That I may die if I do. Oh yes, I'm a doctor safe. And an apothecary too, if you will have it. I would sooner agree to anything than be clouded on the head.
Now, I'm well pleased to see you listen to reason.
I am well satisfied now when you talk like that.
I ask your pardon from the bottom of my soul.
Will you forgive me, sir, for making so free?
Is it true it is? Was I deceiving myself? Was I turning into a doctor and not knowing it till now?
Believe me, sir, you'll never repent of confessing to the truth. You'll be well satisfied you did it.
But isn't it you yourselves might be under mistake? Is it quite certain I'm doctor?
Sure and certain.
Is that so?
No doubt in all of it.
And I without knowing it.
You're the greatest doctor in the world.
Am I indeed?
A doctor that has cured a great deal of sick people.
The Lord save us.
That woman was thought to be dead for 6 hours. They were ready to bury her when with one drop of a cure, you brought her to life again. And said,
The deuce I did.
A little lad, 6 years old, fell from the top of a tower. With an ointment you did it, putting on his arms and his legs until he rose up from the ground and went playing pigeon toss.
I did that too.
You may as well be content to go. You'll get great gains if you'll go where we'll bring you.
Great games, is it? I am a doctor and no mistake. I had forgotten it for a while, but I remember it now. Where must I go? What must I do?
We'll take you there. You have to see a young lady that's lost her talk.
Faith, I have not found it.
He likes to be funny. Come on now, sir.
Without a doctor's suit?
We'll get you one.
You may carry that. It is in that bottle that I carry my physic. Now, march on, walk on by the doctor's orders.
A very pleasant man. In my opinion, he'll do the job.
If this stage isn't clear in a minute and 15 seconds.
You may say that. All the rest put together are not fit to clean his boots for him.
A man he is that has done wonderful cures.
He's brought back to life some that were dead.
Some queer ways he has. As I was telling you, there are times when his wits would seem to be gone from him, the way that you would never believe him to be the thing that he is.
Playing he does be at foolishness that anyone would nearly take him to be crap.
Oh, and he have you great knowledge all the time. Very high talk he does be giving out now and again.
So he does too, for all the world, as if he were saying it out of a book.
He has a great name every place. People are coming to him from far and near.
I'm longing to see him. Bring him here at once.
Oh,
It is my belief, sir, this doctor will do no more than the rest of them. No worse and no better. In my opinion, the best doctor you can give Miss Lucy is a good, handsome husband that is to her liking.
Be quiet, nurse. Be quiet, meddling.
Hold your tongue, wife Jacqueline. Do not come pushing yourself here.
I tell you, Lucas, and I tell the two of you, that all these doctors will do her no more good than a drink of water. Is something more than rhubarb and senna the child wants? Believe me, a good husband is the best cure for any young girl.
Who would take charge of her in the state she's in now? When I wanted her to marry, she wouldn't listen.
Well, that is so, but you were wanting her to marry a man she had no liking for. Why didn't you let her marry that young Mr. Leandre that she had heard set on? Well, I engaged her to have a baby that time quick enough. I tell you more again, she would take him now if she did but get the chance.
Leandre is no match for her. He's not well off like that other one.
Yes, and I'll go one that is well off, as he will be the heir.
These tales of riches to come are all on the breeze. Those waiting for a funeral feast may have plenty of time to go home.
It is what I often heard said that in marriage, as in many another thing, contentment is better than riches.
Fathers and mothers have a bad habit asking always, how much has he got? How much has she got? Look at the way old Peter went marrying his daughter to that Thomas just because he had a couple of acres more of a garden than the boy she had set her mind on. The poor thing's not the better of it now, but his dirt is yellow as yellow. What do you say to that, sir? It's going to give her girl her choice man and all the money that is in the bank.
Thou Wolfers! Hold your tongue now, or you will talk yourself into tongue. Come now! Be easy! You are making with the master! Let him rock the cradle and let him take his own way! Isn't she his own? Gently, gently. Some sort of a lesson I must give her. The way to teach herself. The way to teach herself before you. Yes, but she did not go quite so far.
Here he is coming, sir. Here is our doctor.
Very happy, sir, to We're much in need of your services.
Hippocrates says, let us both be covered.
Does Hippocrates say that?
He does.
In what chapter, may I ask?
In his chapter upon hats.
Since Hippocrates says it must be done.
Well, doctor, having heard of the wonderful things,
To whom are you speaking, if you please?
to yourself.
But I'm not a doctor.
What's that? You're not a doctor, you say?
No, indeed.
Do you mean that? I'm a doctor now. That's all the license I myself got.
What double humanity brought me here?
Sir, he was after me.
I'll send him about his business with this humbugging. Oh, don't give heed to it, sir. It's only sort of a joke. I don't like this sort of joke.
I beg your pardon, sir, for the liberty I have taken.
Do not mention it.
I am sorry.
It is nothing.
For the blows
There is no harm done.
I have had the honor to give you.
Yes, but you need not speak of that. I have a daughter suffering from a very strange illness.
I am well pleased to hear your daughter has occasion for me. Indeed, I wish that you yourself and your whole family had occasion for me until I would show the desire I had to serve you.
I'm much obliged to you, sir.
Believe me, it is in earnest I am.
You do me too much honor.
What now is your daughter's name?
Lucy.
Lucy? That now is a very nice name for a patient to have.
I will go now and see what she is, sir.
Who is that fine young woman there?
She is nurse to a young child of mine.
She is so. And she is wife to myself.
That is a very nice looking woman now to have in the house. If there is anything at all I can do for you, please tell me at any time and I will do it.
Doctor, if you'd please leave talking to my wife.
Oh, she's your wife, is she?
She is so.
Well, I wish you joy of so good a man, and I wish you joy of so handsome a wife, so sensible, so well-shaped.
I have no great mind for this sort of compliments, doctor.
Is this now the patient?
Here she is, doctor. I have no other daughter. If anything should happen to her, would break my heart.
Nothing will happen to her. She cannot die, you know, without a prescription from the doctor.
Chair here.
This is a patient that is no way disagreeable to be looking at. I think a man having good sense would be very well pleased with that.
Doctor, you made her laugh.
Yes, when a doctor can make his patient laugh, it is the best sign in the world. But let us hear the case. What is it ails you? Have you a pain in any place?
Hen, he, ho, hi, hon.
What's that?
Hen, he, ho, hi, hon.
That is what's wrong with her. She's lost her speech and we cannot tell why or wherefore. We had to put off her marriage. But why so? Gentlemen, she's engaged. She wants to see her cured before making settlements.
What a fool he must be. I would to God my wife had the same disease. It would be a long time before I would want to cure her.
So, Dr. Bjard, looking to you to give her some sort of relief?
Oh, you need not be uneasy. Tell me this now, does it lie very heavy on her?
It does indeed.
So much the better. Does she feel much pain?
A great deal.
Give me your wrist. Here now, this pulse tells me your daughter is dumb.
Yes, but how was it came about?
Easy enough. It came about because she lost a speech.
Yes, but how was it she lost her speech?
All the greatest scholars will tell you that a loss of speech comes from an impediment to the action of the tongue.
Yes, but what is your theory as to this impediment?
Aristotle says some very fine things about it.
That is likely enough.
That now was a great man.
No doubt, no doubt.
He was greater than myself by the length of that.
Sorry about that one.
Stop now till you get back to our discourse. It is what I hold to that this impediment to the action of the tongue is caused by certain humors that are called by scholars peccant humors. Peccant, you know, peccant humors. Same as the clouds that are caused by the exhalation of influences that rise up in the region of diseases. Coming, as you may say, to, I suppose you understand Latin.
Not a word.
You don't know Latin? Capricios architorum, adulamus singularite nominative, haec muse of the muse, bonus bona bonum, deus este ratio latinos, etiam, yes. Ore, quia substantive adjectivum in concordate numeri, generi, et casus. Schweigen, ja.
Well, now, hasn't he been learning?
It is so great I can't make head or tail of it.
These vapors now, as I was telling you, in moving from the left side where the liver is to the right side where the heart is, find that the lungs that we call in Latin amnion, by means of the brain that we call in Greek amnion, by means of the hollow vein that we call in Hebrew kubulate, leads its way to said vapors that fill the ventricles of the omniplate. And as it happens, these vapors, listen well now till you understand this, have a certain malignity, pay attention now I tell you, have a certain malignity that is caused by the acrimony of the humours engendered by the cavity of the diaphragm. As it happens, these vapors, observandus, neque potarius, quipsamilus. That now is the very thing that has brought downess on your daughter.
That is great talk, and no mistake.
I wish I could twist my tongue the like of that.
No doubt about it. No one could have reasoned it out better. But there's just one thing that puzzles me, Doctor, and that's the position of the liver and the heart. It seems you put them out of their proper places. Isn't the heart on the left and the liver on the right?
That is the way they used to be. We have changed all that now. We practice medicine in quite a different manner these days.
That is what I did not know. You must excuse my ignorance.
To be sure. You are not expected to be as learned as what we doctors are.
But what is it should be done to cure her?
What do I think should be done? Oh, I think the patient should be sent to a bed, and the cure I would recommend would be a good share of bread that has been soaked in wine.
What effect could that have on her?
Sure, there is some virtue in bread and wine that acts upon the speech. Isn't it what they give to parrots, and don't they learn how to speak?
That is true. What about her
bread and wine.
I will come back in the evening to see what way is she going on.
Stop a moment.
What should I stop for?
Well, sir, I should like to offer you a fee.
I will not take it.
Sir!
No, no!
Wait a minute.
I will not!
I beg of you.
You are making a mistake.
No, it's all right.
I won't take it.
Why not?
I don't care to be doing cures for money.
I can quite believe that.
Is this now good money?
Oh, yes it is.
I am not a doctor that cares for profit.
I can quite believe that.
It is not of gain I am thinking.
Such a thing never entered my head.
Faith, I haven't done so badly after all.
I've been waiting. Chance of seeing you, Doctor. I've come to ask for your help.
A very bad pulse. Very bad.
There is nothing wrong with my health, sir. That is not what has brought me here.
If there is nothing ails you, why the mischief couldn't you say so?
I'll tell you the whole story in 2 words. My name is Leandre. I'm in love with the young lady you've been called to prescribe for. Her father is against me, won't let me see her, and I need you to help me to plan that I've thought out. My life, my happiness depend on my getting a chance of saying a few words to her.
What do you take me to be? What are you saying? How dare you come asking me to help to make your match? It is the right thing to ask of a doctor.
Speak so loud, sir.
I will do as I like. What impudence you have.
Be quiet, sir.
Even a fool should have more sense than that.
I'm begging you, sir.
I will show you I'm not that sort of man. Great impertinence indeed. Thinking to make use of me. Of course I was not speaking at all of you, sir. You are a real gentleman. Anything I can do for you, I will be well pleased to do it. Impudent chaps that wouldn't give a man credit for being what he is, thinking I was of some that should know better. No wonder for me to be put out thinking of them.
I beg your pardon, sir, for taking such a liberty.
You are joking now. But tell, what is it you are wanting?
Well, sir, I should tell you. This dumbness you've been called in to cure is not a real disease at all. The doctors have given their opinions on it. They were bound to do that. One says it comes from the brain, one from the heart, one from the spleen, and one from the liver. But I can tell you the real truth. Love is the only cause of it. Lucy is only pretending to be dumb that she may escape a marriage they're trying to force her into. Just come with me. They may see us here. And I'll tell you what my plan is.
Come on then, sir. It is a wonder what an interest you have given me in your match. Believe me, the young lady will either die, or she will be married to you, as sure as I'm a doctor.
There now. I think I should pass very well for an apothecary. Her father probably knows me by sight, but never recognized me in those clothes in this hood.
No fear at all of it.
All I want now is a few good medical terms. That'll give me an air of learning.
Never mind that. The clothes are sufficient. Sure, I know no more of medicine than yourself. Devil mend me if I know anything at all. You are a gentleman and you will tell me no lie, so I will tell you no lie.
You are not really a doctor?
I am not. I tell you, they made me a doctor in spite of myself. I had never tried for such great learning as that. All I could do never rose me from the bottom of the school. What it was first put the notion in their heads, I don't know. But so soon as I found they had set their minds on making me a doctor by force, I made up my own mind I would be one at the expense of whoever would meet with me. You would hardly believe the way the mistake has spread itself. Everyone believing me to be a very skillful man. They are coming to consult me from all parts. And if things go on the way they are doing, it is as well for me to stick to doctoring to the end of my life. It seems to me it is the best trade of all. For whether we kill or cure, we must be paid for the job. And work is never set back on our hands, and we have leave to cut the stuff we're working on to our own liking. If a shoemaker now should spoil a piece of leather, he must be at the loss of it. But whatever injury we may do to a man, the fault is not laid on us. The fault is with the man that died. They are very decent indeed. You will never hear them make a complaint against the doctor that killed them.
That is true. They keep very honorable silence about that way.
Doctor, I was just looking for you.
How is the young lady getting on?
Rather worse since your prescription.
That is a good sign. It shows it is working.
If it's working, I'm afraid it will choke her.
Don't be uneasy. I have certain cures against everything, but I delay giving them till the very last.
Doctor, who's with you there?
Oh, he is a man who he gathers cobwebs. Oh, he is a man who he's a crack addict. Your daughter will be in need of it.
She's taking a fancy to walk about for a while.
That will serve her. Go now, apothecary, and feel her pulse. I will consult you by and by about her complaint. It is a great question now among doctors. Is it easier to cure a woman or a man? Listen to me now, if you please. Some say it is, some say it is not, but for my part I say it is and it is not. Because inasmuch as the opaque humors that meet in the natural temper of women, it's caused by the difference in their opinions follows on the sideway motion of the circle of the moon.
You may be quite sure that I'll never change my mind.
My daughter is speaking. What great power there was in that cure. Wonderful, doctor.
I have had a great deal of trouble over this.
Yes, Father, I've recovered my speech. But I've recovered it to tell you I'll have no other husband but Leandre. It's no use you trying to force anyone else upon me.
What?
Nothing you can say can make me change my mind. There's no use in wasting argument upon me.
But
nothing you can say will make any difference.
If...
I've made up my mind. All the fathers in the world can make me marry against my will.
Then...
You may save yourself the trouble. My heart will not give in to tyranny.
Then...
I'd rather go to a convent than marry men I don't care for.
What?
No! By no means, not at all. I won't do it.
What a rush of words. There is no stopping her. Doctor, I must ask you, make her dumb again?
That now is more than I can do. All I can do for you is to make yourself deaf.
I'm much obliged to you. Do you think that...
No, I don't care for any of your reasons.
You shall marry the man I've chosen this very day.
I would sooner marry death.
Be quiet, and let me prescribe.
Can you cure the mind as well as the body?
Leave me alone. I have cures for everything, and the apothecary will be able to give me a hand this time. Here I have a word to say. You see that the liking she has for this young man is quite against her father's wish. The symptoms are very acrimonious. It is needful to find some cure for this disease before it gets worse with delay. Now, the only cure I can see is a dose of run away! Oil. Which you will mix as is right with 2 drachms of matrimonial pills. Now, it is likely she will make some objection to taking this dose. But seeing as you are a skillful man, you will bring her to it and make her swallow it as best as you can. Now, go take a walk in the garden while I stop talking here with her father. Mind above all that you lose no time, give her the dose and make no delay.
What drugs, doctor? Those you were just speaking of. I don't remember having heard of them before.
Drugs they are that are used in very severe cases.
Did you ever hear such insolence as she gave me?
Young girls are apt to be a bit headstrong.
You wouldn't believe how she said on this fellow, Leandre.
The heat of the blood puts youngsters above themselves.
Since I found out about it, I've kept my eye on her.
You showed good sense doing that.
Taking great care never to let them write one another.
You did well.
If I had let them see one another, some folly might have come of it.
So there might too.
I believe she would have run away with him.
She would have, sure enough.
I've heard he's done his best to get a chance at seeing her.
Great folly indeed.
He's only losing his time.
Ha
I'll take great care he doesn't see her.
ha! It is no fool he has to deal with. It is likely you know tricks he never heard of. Believe me, any man that knows more than you is a wise man.
What will you say at all, sir? Did anyone ever hear the like? Lucy has run away with Mr. Leandre. It was he who was apothecary, and who has managed the whole trip with that doctor. What are you saying? What a terrible blow. Go and call the constable. You rascal, I'll give you up to the law. Ha ha ha! You hear that, doctor? His hang you'll be. Stop where you are.
God help us, all the trouble I had making out this house. What news have you for me now of the doctor I recommended you?
Here he is before you, and he's just going to be hanged.
What are you saying? My man going to be hanged? And what is he after doing to deserve that?
It is what he did. He got her master's daughter to be run away with.
My grief, my dear comrade, is it hanged you are to be?
You see the way I am?
And rush your death with all the crowds looking at you?
Sure, what can I do?
If you had cut all the scallops you had to cut itself, that would be some comfort.
Go away out of that. You are breaking my heart.
I will not. I will stop here to hold up your courage until you die. I will not leave you till such time as I have seen you hanged.
The constable will be here in a minute. He'll put you in a place where you'll be well-minded.
Oh, couldn't you be satisfied with a few blows of a stick? No.
But what do I see here?
Here, sir. I brought myself before you. And I brought Lucy back to you. We had intended to be married without your leave. I think it better tact openly. I don't want to steal her from you. I want you to give her to me. What I have to say is that letters have just come telling me of the death of my uncle, and that I've come into possession of all that he had.
My daughter with the greatest.
Faith, the doctor has come well out of this scrape after all.
So, saying as you're not to be hanged, you should be thankful to me for you being a doctor. It was I did that much for you.
You did. And you got me a great beating with a stick.
All has turned out so well.
Very well so. I will forgive the chastising I got in consideration of the trade you have started me in. But mind yourself from this out. Let you remember. There is no worse thing to face in the whole world than a doctor's ill will.